Hi everyone, it's Sunday morning and I hope everyone is having a great weekend. I have some recent homework acquisitions or homeworks, not homework, homeworks acquisitions I wanted to share with you from their recent, they had a Labor Day sale, and then I think they had a fall special right around that same time. So I did place a couple orders and I had some points to use up. So I got some of these at like some crazy price point, like $10. So um, let's get into it. I have quite a few. So again, if you need a cup of coffee, go grab one and let's get started. So the first one that I wanted to share with you is a repurchase. This is Glazed Blueberry Muffin. And the notes on this one are blueberry jam, lemon sugar, fresh pastry, and elderberry syrup. Oh, this one is so good. I actually just finished another one of these earlier this week. So I'm glad I have another one. I think what makes this one really nice is the lemon sugar. It just gives a hint of brightness to the blueberry muffin, and it's not too sweet. And everyone probably knows that Homeworx does blueberries so well that this is just a really nice fragrance in the morning that I wanted to be able to enjoy some more. So glazed blueberry muffin. And another one that's new to me, I haven't tried it before, but I've always been really interested in it. But it's always been up at like the $30 price point. It came down finally, I think because summer is on its way out, is Beach Bonfire. So the notes on Beach Bonfire are smoked birch, cypress, ocean mist, and amber. This one is a little bit light on colds compared to, I know everyone, I hear a lot of comparisons to this with the winter fireside, I believe. This smells a little bit lighter to me, but lately Homeworx has been surprising me where something is very, very light on cold and then it kind of wakes up after you start burning it. I don't see this as overly smoky, but there is a really, I do get the cypress note, the ocean mist. There is a little bit of saltiness there. And so I'm excited to try this one out when I'm in the mood for like a bonfire type candle and see what that's all about. Now let's look at a Halloween one I decided to get to try. I wanted to give Vampire Venom a try. The notes on Vampire Venom are black cherry, midnight blackberry, pomegranate, and patchouli. And I like cherry fragrances and I love a good blackberry. So this one I really was excited to kind of order and give a go. Okay, so this one you definitely get the black cherry, but it's not a medicinal cherry to me on cold. And the blackberry is a nice kind of tart but sweet complement to that. And then the pomegranate kind of adds even a little more tartness, which is right up my alley. A good tart berry is just so wonderful to my nose. And let's see. I don't smell much patchouli, but patchouli makes sense in any Halloween candle, to be honest. So we'll see if that comes out a little bit when it's burning. But I'm actually really excited for this one. I think it smells delicious on cold. And now we're going to get into some of the fall candles that I picked up. First, we'll start with a 3-wick that I got. I don't usually get the 3 wicks, but to get the free shipping, I think you needed to be over 100, and it got me like to 100 and change. So I was like, yes. So, and it's a fragrance that I'm kind of interested to try anyway that I didn't think they had in a 4-wick. And that is, let me find the front here, Cranberry Pumpkin Cake. I love cranberry scents, so the notes on this one, they're actually very simple, which is nice. Cranberry, pumpkin, nutmeg, and ginger. So I do get, I'm not sure if it's just the combination of the nutmeg and the ginger that makes me think of cake, or if there's an unlisted cake note in here. But I do get those kind of spicy cakiness in the background. I'm hoping it really is what it says it is, though, and is cranberry pumpkin cake. I don't get much cranberry on cold. I get more pumpkin than cranberry, but again, a lot of times on these candles, things kind of wake up when they're burning. So we will see if that happens with this one, which is cranberry pumpkin cake. And maybe because it's a 3-wick, I'll get through it even faster. Next, I wanted to give a try to Palo Santo Pumpkin. I've really been enjoying Palo Santo notes in candles recently, both from Bath and Body Works and Kringle and some other companies. So when this one came about, I decided to give it a try. The notes are Palo Santo, pumpkin puree, cinnamon stick, and suede wood. I do get the Palo Santo. I get the pumpkin and the cinnamon. Suede wood. I wonder if that's what's giving it like the little hint of smokiness that I get kind of in the background. Yeah, so I think I was hoping for a little more Palo Santo in this, but again, maybe it'll come out when it's burning. I feel like a broken record saying that with this haul, right? When maybe it'll come out when it's burning. But yeah, I'm still excited to try this one because fall and Halloween and this season is so full of gourmands. And sometimes I kind of get gourmand fatigue during this season. So I am so happy to have choices that are non-gourmands to kind of give my nose a refresh or a break, or just something different to smell every once in a while. That always is nice. And next is one I'm really excited to try, is pumpkin Gingersnap. Last year, I did get a glazed gingerbread that I found at HomeGoods, and I was so excited that I found that candle because that is like, to my nose, the perfect like gingerbread cookie type fragrance. Like that is a total scent memory for me of, you know, going to Germany and eating Lebkuchen, and just the Grand Marnier in with the ginger. Like it's just perfect. Like that is my perfect gingerbread candle, and I'm sad I haven't seen it since that one day in Home Goods. So I'm not going to lie, it's in my closet. I burned it a couple times, but I'm kind of savoring it. So I'm hoping pumpkin ginger snap kind of gives those vibes. So let's see. The notes on this one are ginger snap cookie, pumpkin spice, grated orange zest, which I'm really hoping comes through and kind of like gives that Grand Marnier aura, and then vanilla bean. Oh yes, I really like this. Oh, I'm gonna smell it again. Oh yeah, you get the ginger, you get the orange, which it's such a good combination. There's so much lemon being put with ginger, and that to me comes across way too cleaner like. I love the orange with the ginger. I think that's just such a perfect combination. The pumpkin spice does give it like the cinnamoniness that needs to kind of be there with the ginger snap. But I also used to make like soft ginger cookies back when I made cookies. That this smells like too. Like it's a ginger cookie. It's not necessarily ginger snap, but ginger cookie, which is perfect. I'm looking forward to this candle immensely. I think it will be really good. If anyone else picked this up, let me know your thoughts on this one because I think it's going to be amazing. There's a couple more here. So next on the pile is Forest Blackberry. Because I love blackberry scents so much, I had to pick this one up. When I saw that it was like a blackberry candle, I was like, yes, I'm getting this one to try. So the notes are wild blackberries, sparkling red currant, anjou pear, and forest moss. You definitely get the blackberry on cold, which is lovely. The forest moss and the sparkling red currant, it does give it to me on cold a little bit of an effervescent foresty type feeling. There might be a little bit of pear in there. I don't get a ton of it, which is probably good. I don't have many pear candles. I haven't decided if I like pear as a note yet or not. So yes, with this being so blackberry forward, I'm very excited to try this candle and see how it goes. And one last one for everybody. Now this one, I have to confess, I did burn it last night because I did give this one a sniff ahead of time and I got like nothing from it on cold. So I was concerned. And when I filmed this, I wanted to let you know if it seemed to wake up or not once it started burning. So the notes on this one, and this is black, plum, and oak. I always want to get the oak and the plum mixed up. Black, plum, and oak. The notes on this are black plum, fresh apple, oak wood, and forest oak moss. Now this one, again on cold, I didn't get much of anything. And really now, even when it's cold again, I really don't get very much from it. When it was burning, I did get some, surprisingly, some like Baccarat Rouge type vibes. And I was thinking to myself, I've smelled this before. Where have I smelled it? Where have I smelled it? And I kept smelling it for a while and I was like, wait a second. think I think it's reminding me of, like, of course, I don't have Baccarat Rouge because it's very expensive. But I have Kringle's Mon Amour in a 3-wick. I have Bath and Body Works Velvet Amber Woods. And I also have Dossier's Ambery Saffron, which is like a dupe for that. So I did kind of spritz my elbow this morning with the Ambery Saffron so I could see, is that really what I was getting? And that's definitely there. I think the main difference between Black Plum and Oak and just a straight dupe for Baccarat Rouge. And again, I don't get this much on cold at all, but when I was burning it, there was more of a sweet plumminess there to it. But when I'm looking at the notes on Ambery Saffron, it kind of makes sense that I would be getting that vibe from it, because again, on the candle, it's black plum, fresh apple, oak wood, and forest oak moss. And then the notes on Ambery Saffron are top notes of saffron and orange blossom, middle notes of jasmine, plum, and cedar wood, and base notes of oak moss, fir balsam, and amber. So there are some similarities there. So even though I was not expecting a Baccarat Rouge candle from ordering this, I mean, I don't hate it, but I mean, maybe this is a hot take. I don't love Baccarat Rouge myself. It smells okay, but it's not what I gravitate toward in personal fragrance. I don't mind having some candles that smell like it, especially when I can give comparisons like this and you know, let you guys know, especially that enjoy that fragrance, some candles that have those tones. But yeah, so surprisingly, Black Plum and Oak is very Baccarat Rouge-y to my nose. I wonder if anyone else that has this is picking up on that too, or maybe it's just my weird nose, because again, everyone seems to love Baccarat Rouge and it's not my favorite. So yeah, it's got a little bit more fruitiness to it, but underneath it's very similar. So that's my thoughts on Black Plum and Oak. After just that first burn, I probably wouldn't repurchase this one just based on that, but it could be someone's favorite. So go for it if that's your type of candle. So that's my most recent Homeworx acquisitions. I hope everyone has been having a great weekend. On Friday night, we went to see Billy Joel and Rod Stewart here in Cleveland. That was a very good show. Billy Joel is always awesome. And Rod Stewart, he's never been my favorite, but I can say I've seen him and it was an experience. And then we stayed downtown overnight so that we didn't have to deal with traffic or anything, which was perfect. We used hotel points. It was great. We just, you know, walked over and, you know, it made it a really easy night. Then we took the train home in the morning for $2.50 instead of paying $80 for parking, which was great. So it worked out all around. How is your weekend going? Leave your plans here. I hope everyone's having some time to relax before the work week starts again. And I'll have another video for you soon. Thank you so much for joining me today.